Hi, this is Allister at Beamable. In this video, we'll show some of the new improvements that we've made to the Beamable portal. First off, messaging campaigns have some improvements to do with images and translation. Go to Communicate, Campaigns. I'm going to create a new campaign and show that we can copy and paste images. So call it pasted image, make it an announcement, put it in the game update channel, start date of today, and go over to Wikimedia Commons, copy the image, subject line, and I press Command V or Control V if you're on Windows. And this brings up the same dialog as if we were uploading an image from a URL or from disk. I can give it tags as well. Tag this one as a flower. Save it. It'll take a moment to get the image into the system. And now choose the width and insert the image. So there you have it. This is pasted image in a campaign. Go ahead and add that. Another thing, it's just a little bit of an improvement here. So in the row that shows the announcement in the message campaigns field, it shows translations only English so far. So if I edit this one and go to here and do a translation to French. Voila. Default. Apply. Go back to this. So we see English and French. Some of my test announcements, they're simply only in English. But it will show English if that is the only language that the announcement exists in. The next thing I'd like to show is an improvement to the way that conditionals are built in A/B testing trials. Go to Trials and create a new trial. And so game platform, Android. This plus now has the word and beside it, so it's clear that this is an and relationship. So then if we click this plus here, it has an or next to it to make it clear that we will be adding an or conditional there. Another and down here, so ors show up as orange and show up as green, and the pluses next to each of them make it clear what the relationship is going to be. Next thing I'd like to show is the ability to search for stats in multiple domains of visibility. So previously, when you would search for a player by stat, it would only consider game private stats, and those can only be operated on by backend services. But in some cases, there are stats that are considered client public stats. So if I search by stat, we now have a drop-down for access and visibility. In practice, this is either going to be game private or client public. It is possible to have stats in the other combinations, but the vast majority of stats are going to be either game private or client public. So for example, the alias stat that is set by the account management flow is a client public stat. So let's search for myself by alias, then I can find my account. And an example of a stat that is a game private stat is, for example, the location stat. So location equal to US. This is going to turn up a lot of results because all of my test users in my test realm are connecting from the US. So that's how to search for things that are client public or game private stats. So since location is not a client public stat, when I switch to that here, nothing comes up. Switching back to game private, location US, up a bunch of results. The other cool thing that I'd like to show here is the ability to roll back content. So by clicking on the three dots menu beside, again, that's the three dots on the side of the card for a particular realm, then going to the three dots within the card that comes up, there is a new rollback realm just under promote realm, and this allows us to take a look at what versions of content there were in a given content namespace, and also take those contents and roll them back to a previous version. So secondary, roll back button, and it tells me which things I'm going to be changing here. Once I've rolled back, it's now using the older version of that content. That's what's new with Beamable Portal. Thank you.